Hello, and welcome to another lesson from Level Up Mathematics. In today's lesson, we will be exploring the exterior angles of triangles. Before we do, let's look at a couple of definitions. An exterior angle is an angle created by a side of a polygon and a line extended from an adjacent side. In the diagram below, angle 3 is the exterior angle. So let me highlight that for you. That's called your exterior angle. All right. Remote interior angles are the two interior angles that are not adjacent to or touching the exterior angle. So in this particular triangle, angle 1 and angle 2 are called the remote. Whoops, I meant to highlight that. They are called the remote interior angles. So notice they're not touching angle 3 at all. So in a triangle, an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. So in the diagram, the measure of angle 3 can be found by adding the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. All right, let's look at an example of this. A triangle is shown to the right with exterior angles drawn and labeled at each vertex. Fill in each of the following formulas to show how to calculate the exterior angle measures based on the remote interior angle measures. So, if we were looking for angle 4, let me highlight that for you. If I was looking for angle 4, I would not want to use any angle that was touching angle 4. So in other words, I would not want to use angle 2. I would only want to use the remote interior angles, which for this angle would be 1 and 3. Notice 1 and 3 are not touching angle 4. So the measure of angle 4 would equal angle 1 plus angle 3. All right. Now they want the measure of angle 5. So let me change color here. So if I want the measure, let me erase these before I do though. If I wanted the measure of angle 5, all right, I would not want to use any angle that was adjacent to or touching angle 5. So that means I could only use angle 2 and angle 3 to find the measure of angle 5. Angle 2 and angle 3. All right, pause the video and try the next one on your own. The measure of angle 6. Try that one on your own. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. All right, let me grab a different color highlighter. So if we were looking for this particular angle here, hopefully you said that you would have to use angle 1 and angle 2. All right, example 2. Use the diagram to find the measure of angle X and angle Y. Now, now, all we know is the measure of this exterior angle here, and then we know one of the angles inside the triangle, okay? Now, this exterior angle would match up with X and 27. So I know that if I added the measure of angle X plus 27 degrees would equal 82 degrees. So I can solve that for X by subtracting 27 from both sides. So X equals, come over here, 82 minus 27, and that would give me 55 degrees. So now I know this angle is 55 degrees. Now, we only now need to get the measure of angle Y. And angle Y is the third angle inside of our triangle, or we also know that this angle and this angle are supplementary because they're linear pairs. So I could say the measure of angle y plus 82 degrees is equal to 180. So I could subtract 82 for both sides. So 180 minus 82, and that would give me 98 degrees. Now, I'm going to label that 98 degrees. Now, one more thing I would probably do to check my work is I would add up all the angles inside this triangle and just make sure they equal 180. And that's one way you can check your work. So 55 plus 27 plus 98, sure enough, they equal 180. So box these answers in. So we found the measure of angle x and we found the measure of angle y. All right, example 3. Use the diagram to find the value of x. So here's what we've got here. We've got a an exterior angle right here, and then it would match up with these two remote interior angles. So remember, to find your exterior angles, you add up your two remote interior angles. So if I added up 5x plus 33 and added that to 5x plus 2, I should get the exterior angle, which is 14x plus 3. Now let's simplify this a little bit so we can combine like terms. The 5x and 5x can be combined, and the 33 and the 2 can be combined. So that would give me 10x plus 35 equals 14x plus 3. All right, so now we're just going to solve this equation. So I'm going to move all the constant terms to the right side. So I'll subtract 35. So 10x equals 14x, let's see, 3 minus 35 be negative 32. Now I'm going to move the variables to the left. So 10x minus 14x would be negative 4x equals negative 32. And then divide. So we're going to take negative 32 divided by negative 4. And that gives me positive 8. So the value of x in this problem is positive 8. All right, example 4. Find the measure of angle ACD and angle ACB. And what they've given us is two remote interior angles and one exterior angle. So I'm going to take angle A, which is x plus 5, and angle B, which is 47. And if I add those two together, I should get the exterior angle, which is 4 parentheses x minus 2. Now I'm going to simplify that a little bit. So if I combine like terms over here, 5 plus 47 would be 52. And on the other side, if I distribute this 4, that would give me 4x minus 8. And now I'm going to solve this. Let's subtract 52 from both sides. So let me show you how to put that in your calculator. You want to type in negative 8 minus 52. And that gives me x equals 4x minus 60. Then subtract 4x. Subtract 4x. So remember, this is an understood 1. So 1x minus 4x would give me negative 3x equals negative 60. And when we divide that, negative 60 divided by negative 3, we get positive 20. So now we know the value of x is 20. But in this problem, it did not say find the value of x. It said find the measure of angle ACD. Well, which angle is that? So ACD, start at A, go to C, and then go to D. So this is the angle they're looking for. The measure of angle ACD. The expression that they've given to represent that angle is 4 parentheses x minus 2. So all I'm going to do is plug in my x value, which is 20, and calculate that. So 4 parenthesis 20 minus 2 close parenthesis. And that would give me 72 degrees. So I know this angle is 72 degrees. Now, the next angle they want me to find is A. So start at A. Let me grab a different color here. Start at A, C, and B. So now we want this angle here. Okay. Now, what I know is this angle and this angle are supplementary. In other words, they add to 180. So x plus 72 is equal to 180. Subtract 72. So 180 minus 72, and that gives me 108 degrees. So this angle is now 108 degrees. Now I could find the third angle, but it didn't ask me to, so we'll stop right there. So here are our answers that they were looking for in this problem. All right, example 5. It says find the value of x. So in this problem, they're not looking for the actual angle measure, just the value of x. Pause the video and try this problem on your own. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you took the sum of the two remote interior angles, which would be 4x plus 2 plus 2x plus 10, and you made that equal to the exterior angle, which is 8x minus 9. Then I hope that you combined your like terms together to get 6x plus 12 equals 8x minus 9. Then subtract 12. So 6x equals 8x. And you put that in a calculator. Negative 9 minus 12. That gives you negative 21. So minus 21. Subtract 8x. Subtract 8x. So negative 2x equals negative 21. And then divide. And hopefully you saw that this would be a decimal. I believe it's going to, 10.5. Now, since they asked me to only find the value of x on that particular problem, I'm done. Okay, I do not have to find any of the actual angle measures. All right, last example. All right, in this problem, we're going to be finding the measure of this angle here. So I'm going to take my 10x plus 4 and add it to 7x plus 8, and that's going to equal my exterior angle, which is 19x minus 2. So when I combine like terms, I get 17x plus 12 equals 19x minus 2. Subtract 12 from both sides. So 17x equals 19x minus 14. Then subtract 19x from both sides. So negative 2x equals negative 14. So x equals 7. Okay. Now, right now, I don't have an expression for angle G, but I do know that the exterior angle is 19x minus 2. So if I were to take the value of x and plug that in, let's plug in a 7 right here. Let's calculate that. Let's see. 19 parentheses 7 minus 2. And that gives me 131. So I know this angle is 131 degrees. So that means the other angle and that angle have to add up to 180. So 131 plus x is equal to 180. So subtract 131 from both sides. 180 minus 131 gives us 49 degrees. And that concludes today's lesson on exterior angles of a triangle.